But now let me take you back a bit. We began from the premise that most Nigerians don't even know their rights. You all belong to advocacy groups. How well are you doing? Because most Nigerians don't even complain because they don't know that they have a right to complain. So I assume that most of your work will be teaching the Nigerian his rights. That when his call drops, he has a right to complain to somebody, and this is the person to whom he should complain. How well are you doing in that area of enlightening them and educating them about their rights?
I really would not agree to a great extent that Nigerians don't know they have a right to complain. We, by nature, we are complaining people.
We complain in our living rooms.
Yes, that's the problem. We grumble. I've really redefined it. I think what we have perfected is the art of grumbling. Because if it is an art of complaining, complaining has a process. And it is engaging that process that is the challenge. And that's why you don't ever get any redress for the grumbling that you make. So what we need to do, which is what we're doing, this kind of platform is one of the things that we use. Media is usually the best ways to get that across to people, is explain to them there are processes. Now, we work in an environment where transactions are not even respected. So I do a transaction with you. I come into your shop or into your store or whatever, or and I do a survey, I buy something. I don't have a receipt. Without a receipt, there's no proof that that transaction actually took place. So if I'm not satisfied with what I got, how do I complain? If I come to you and say, I bought something from you, you can deny that I bought it from you because there's no proof. We first need to raise that awareness that every transaction you make, there should be some kind of proof upon which you can take up any action in case you are not satisfied. Nigeria doesn't even have that culture yet. So those are areas where even when you grumble and you complain, nothing can happen because a service provider who doesn't want to engage anyway, who wants to make all the money at your expense, will look at you and say, I don't know what you're talking about. You didn't buy that from me. There must be some kind of proof. There must be something that shows that at this point I did this, and I must have access to that proof to be able to use it to support my agitation, if there is any such thing. So in terms of what the NGOs, my able colleagues are doing, I think within the limited resources that we all have, because nobody is funding this, we're all funding it individually, privately, because we have a passion for it. Within that limit, every opportunity we get on Facebook and everywhere and talk to people and enlighten them. But we need government participation because let me tell you the truth. Consumer protection really is a government responsibility.
Well, there is a Consumer Protection Council,
which is also underfunded.
Highly underfunded.
Highly underfunded. You know, I mean, one of the agitations we've been on for the past 8 years for consumer protection in this country is this. Funding should be provided from where this consumer protection derives its strength. It derives its strength from transaction, from sale of goods. And there is a VAT, there is a tax, a sales tax, VAT. We've been seeking government to consider, even the National Assembly, allocating a percentage of that VAT to fund consumer protection structures. Because I am the consumer who pays that VAT. It is a service, it's a consumption tax. So you should be able to take part of it to fund what will protect me from being exploited in the process of consumption. The jury is still out on that. We are still waiting.